Let's discuss about some more questions in the context of agribusiness management. I just try to make 10 questions in every PowerPoint presentations, or you can say that videos. And also I try to make a homogeneity in every videos by which any of the readers can catch the objective questions in a quicker way. That is the motto of preparing the videos for the listeners or the readers. This complete video will take into considerations numbers of cooperatives and their year of inceptions, in which year they are come into existence and what is their significance if, after coming of the particular cooperatives in Indian context. The first question in this line is, in which year the Indian Farmers Fertilizers Cooperative Limited (IFCO) established? You all know that IFCO has the major contributions in the context of the fertilizers. So answers must be in 1967, because you have to connect the 1966-67 is the era of green revolutions, when you need to produce more and more food grains for the growing populations. In the similar time, you need the quality input in the line of fertilizers. In that time, IFCO has come into picture and they produce the chemical fertilizers for the requirement of the hybrid seeds in the line of the production practices. That's why IFCO must be connected in the year of 1966-67 during the time of establishment. The second question is, in which year the Krisak Bharati Cooperative Limited established? The answer is 1980. Though the IFCO has come in the year of 1967, but the overall requirement of fertilizers has growing in pan-India basis. In that time, the another institution come into picture, that is CRIPCO. It has been established in 1980 to fulfill the overall requirement of the fertilizers for the overall production practices. That's why CRIPCO comes in the context of the 1980. More important thing, all of you know that cooperative is that institutions which has the major significance after the independence. Government has have the trust on the particular machineries, that is cooperative, in every types of implementation process of policies, and one of them is the input, and input in the input area, that is the fertilizers, because fertilizer contributes almost 50% of the cost of cultivations. In that time, IFCO and CRIPCO has played a great role in it. The third question is, in which year the National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India (NAFED) established? It comes into picture in 1958. FCI, you all know that Food Corporation of India is the procurement agency for the food grain. In that time, NAFED is the procurement agency for the pulses and oilseed. Think about that. NAFED, one hand, as trying to hold the marketing aspect of the productions. In another areas, the IFCO and CRIPCO helps in giving the best input for the production practices. That's why NAFED is another important question. You have to remember that. The fourth question is, in which year the National Cooperative Development Corporation (NCDC) established? The answer is 1963. Because in production practices, you need input fertilizers, and another important input is the credit. That credit has been channelized through NCDC to the required personnel, by which they can get the institutional credit at the cheaper cost of capital, and that role has been played by the NCDCs in quite a good manner. And so NCDC has comes in the year of 1963. The next question is, in which year the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Federations (TriFed) came into picture? That year is 1987, because you all know that tribal people in that time or in that era has been disconnected with the overall growth process. They always be disconnected or disjoint in that time to give their values of their marketing of the tribal products and the handicrafts. The tribal people make a group under the domain of the TriFed, Tribal Cooperative Marketing Federations, and this is also a marketing body, helps to strengthen the tribal people in their own domain. Organization came in 1987. In which year was the Farmers Service Society established? The year is 1970. Farmer Service Society helps the farmers to get the requisite input for their production practices to fulfill their consumption patterns. In the same line, the another important question is that in which year large sized Adivasi multipurpose cooperative society LAMS came into picture. When FSS came into picture in the time of 1970, LAMS came into picture or established in the year of 1971. Every time, every examinations, you will find at least a questions the establishment of different type of the cooperatives and their respective significance. The next question is, in which year the Vaikuntha Mehta National Institute of Cooperative Management, popularly known as Bhamnikam, has been established? This is more important one, because when cooperative organizations has been established, to run the cooperative organizations, the better human resource has been required. To fulfill that better human requirement or the human resource requirement, one of the institutions need to be established. That role has played by the Bhamnikam, and Bhamnikam came into picture in the same year of IFCO has come into picture, that is in 1967. Just think about that. 1958, 1963 NCTC, 1967, 1980, to channelize all the institutions you need the human resource, and Bhamnikam came into picture in the 1967. In which year was the Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited, popularly known as GCMMF, established? This is the important one because Amul model has been replicated throughout the country, not even the country, outside of the country as well. So year of establishment of the GCMMF numbers of time comes into examinations, and that answer is 1973. The last question I put here, in which year the National Dairy Development Board, NDDB, the policy making institution of the dairy sectors, came into pictures? The answer is 1965. Hopefully, at least as an agribusiness management students, when you appear for your NET examination, you will get at least a single questions of the establishment of the different cooperative sectors. You have to remember all those years, and definitely if you connect the dots, then you have control on the different type of the agribusiness subjects and the policy into consideration. Keep tuned with me. Thank you all.